Tonight, big night at the Utica Memorial Auditorium, and it is WWE action. We have Jim Rondinelli, who's in studio, who's a huge fan, and a huge fan of Dvon Dudley, who's on the line right now. Good morning, man.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. I am. Listen, it's been a while since the Odd has had the WWE, and we're excited to have it back. It's a lot of action tonight.
Well, we're glad to be back. I mean, we have so many WWE superstars, myself and my partner, Bubba, who is known as the Dudley Boys, 24-time World Tag Team Champions, and, on the road to finding our 10th. We have so many other WWE superstars, Roman Reigns, the Usos, the women's division, which is my favorite, women's champion Charlotte, and the list goes on and on. So we're very excited to be back and to, I guess you could say, rumble in the jungle.
Nice. And the Odd's all redone now. It's an awesome facility right now. Jim Rondinelli.
So, as we mentioned, one half of the most decorated tag team in WWE history, the Dudley Boys. You've been at this for a long time, you and Bubba. I know there's a lot of travel involved, takes a physical toll on the body as well. What keeps you going after all these years?
I guess 5 kids. Knowing that you got to put them through college and take care of them. But no, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that, you have a lot of athletes that once they make it in the business, whether it be pro wrestlers or football players, basketball players, there's always that party scene. And I can truly say that, Bubba and I have never really got involved in that. And, to be in our late 30s and going into our 40s and to be still relevant in this business and to be able to still do what we do after 25 years of in the ring bumping and carrying on and doing what we're doing, it just shows how well we've kept our body over the years. We're not the type of guys that go in the gym and, throw on 5, 6, 7 plates and try to, max out our max. We go in there and, believe it or not, we're doing Pilates and yoga.
Wow. That's funny.
We've changed up our routine dramatically over the years, and then, again, I think another thing is the fans, that adrenaline rush that rushes through you every time you step out into that arena. And the WWE universe, WWE fans have always been very supportive of each and every one of the WWE superstars, and I think that's something that keeps us all going.
Tell me, if you would, how the changes that you've seen in wrestling over the years. I have to tell you, my grandfather, I remember in the 70s, my grandmother had to prevent, and believe me, my grandfather listened to my grandmother, had to prevent him from watching wrestling because he would get so angry and so upset. But and that passion is still there, but the whole sport, the whole WWE has changed so much over the years. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, it's a lot more physical than it was back in the day. I mean, not taking anything, of course, away from the guys from when I watched them growing up during the Andre and Hogan era, and even, the early 90s. The guys nowadays are doing a lot more physical stuff than they did back in the day, whether you want to call it acrobats or not. I mean, we go out there and we put our lives on the line, but the bar has stepped up so much, especially with, UFC doing what they're doing. We have to be able to keep up that pace, and I think we've done a great job of that. Yeah.
I got to tell you, my grandfather, he would stand up and he'd be yelling at the TV and he'd had a heart attack. So the fear was, for my grandmother, that he'd get so excited because he thought it was
real.
He would get so upset because it was on TV, especially then it had to be real. Mm-hmm. He would get so upset that she thought he was going to have another heart attack. So she banned it from the house. He was not allowed to watch
That's funny.
Wrestling. Again, special thanks to Dvon Dudley coming on the air. WWE in town tonight. There's a few tickets available. And you can get them at the Odd. You call the Odd or go to EmpireTix.com. Quick break. Come right back at WIBX.